One of the longest-lasting marriages on television is also one of the most dysfunctional. Yep, we're talking about the marriage between Homer and Marge Simpson. Seeing 30 years of marriage is filled with a ton of ups and downs, but there were some key moments where Marge should have signed those divorce papers and sent Homie to the curb for good. Before you watch, stay married to our channel and click subscribe. You'll join our notification squad and be the first to know of new ScreenRant content. The second marriage. If there's one time when Marge should really draw the line against Homer, it should probably be when he marries another woman. Whether he was drunk in Las Vegas or not, Homer made a huge mistake by getting married in the season 10 episode Viva Ned Flanders. He actually forgot his second wife until a few seasons later when Amber comes to Springfield for the episode Brawl in the Family. Instead of completely ditching Homer, Marge teams up with him and helps run his second wife out of town by having her get married to Homer's father, Abe. Talk about a dedicated wife, and keeping it all in the family. Drunk driving. We've all gotten pretty used to Homer getting drunk on The Simpsons, but it was a whole different story when Marge joined in on the drinking fun for the episode Codependence Day. And obviously, these two were never meant to get drunk together. When Marge passes out drunk, Homer decides to drive home intoxicated and crashes behind the wheel. If that wasn't bad enough, he switches positions with Marge and pins it all on her. One arrest and stint in rehab later, and somehow Marge is able to forgive Homer for his truly deplorable act. This was probably Homer's lowest point as a character and a husband. Homer's gun. Between car crashes, bomb threats, and getting involved with some pretty shady characters, Homer has put his family in danger plenty of times, but nothing felt more real or dangerous than when he bought a gun. Gun debates aside, it's pretty safe to say the way Homer used his new protective weapon is nowhere to be found in the safety manual. He shot lamps to shut them off, swung it around like a rag doll, and even pointed it at his own wife. Along with his carelessness, Homer even hid the thing from Marge when she asked him to get rid of it. The only one pulling the trigger in that family should have been Marge, pulling the trigger and calling a divorce lawyer. Filming on location. Obviously, the Springfield power plant doesn't pay enough money. Homer has spent countless episodes getting new jobs, trying get-rich schemes, and finding any way possible to get some extra cash. Often, he goes through with these methods behind Marge's back. One of the worst? When Homer allowed the use of his family home for the filming of an adult film. Let's just hope all the family portraits were taken down in the background. Of course, Homer tries to cover it up by taking the family out, but Marge discovers the ruse and still stays with the man. Well, she did pose in Playboy, so maybe that's why she was so forgiving in this circumstance. Homer the Spy. Homer has had no reason to distrust Marge over the years, but he still finds a way to spy on his wife anyway. One of his ways? By using tech very similar to Google Glasses in the episode Specs and the City. So, does Homer spy on Marge in the shower or while getting dressed? Much worse. He invades her personal therapy sessions, getting intimate details about her feelings and even some opinions on Homer himself. So, does Homer confess to his spying? Nope. He keeps it all a secret and lets Marge spend every Wednesday venting about him because it puts her in a good mood. The Lotto Ticket. There are some events in life where you need to be there for your spouse. Or in Homer's case, you need to show up late because you were too busy buying a lottery ticket. The episode we're referencing is the season 21 episode titled $1 Million Maybe. Homer is supposed to do a singing wedding toast with Marge, but a fortune cookie tells him he will be lucky, so he skips out on the wedding to buy the ticket. Homer ends up in a car crash while rushing to the wedding, and he wins $1 million on the ticket, but covers it up from Marge again. When Marge finds out everything, she doesn't end up caring and they sing their wedding song duet together anyway. Yeesh. Shock therapy. Sometimes there are flashes of Homer exhibiting the habits of being a good father, but all the way back in season 1, we saw how poor his decision-making could be for the whole family. While Marge was still drinking and the children were up to no good, Homer decided to take everyone to shock therapy, whether they wanted to go or not. Marge witnessed her husband happily deliver shocks to their children as well as each other. Maybe the shock therapy is what caused Marge to stay around for all these years. Buying a pet pig. When it came to transitioning The Simpsons from the small screen to the big screen, you just knew Homer had to do something pretty bad to warrant a theatrical film. And he did. Without Marge's permission, Homer brings a pet pig home and the pig has a lot more waste than he bargained for. So much, in fact, he ends up disposing it into Springfield Lake and causing the whole town to get closed off by a dome. Marge is then cut off from all her family and friends when she must travel with her family to Alaska. Instead of joining the town mob, Marge sticks by her man and the marriage manages to survive through the closing credits. Killing Maude Flanders. Sure, Homer just desperately wanted to catch a t-shirt from a t-shirt gun, but his crazy act led to the unfortunate death of Maude Flanders when she was pelted with the shirt and fell to meet her demise. Along with widowing Ned Flanders and leaving their children without a mother, Homer inadvertently killed off one of Marge's only friends. Besides her sisters, Marges never really had any friends, although her and Maude did get along in early seasons. Now Homer has left her with no one to gossip or hang out with while the kids are at school and the hubbies go to work. Forgetting Marge's birthday. With Homer's history, we'd expect him to forget a birthday or anniversary every now and then, but the way he did it in Life on the Fast Lane was just cruel. Once Homer realizes his mistake, he purchases her a gift meant for him, a bowling ball with the name Homer on it. Marge makes the best of it, learning to bowl and becoming even better than Homer could even be. And instead of supporting her or bowling together, Homer becomes depressed and jealous over a male instructor helping Marge out. The Season 1 episode gave Marge a chance to leave the relationship, but she forged on, and 29 years later, you think she regrets the decision? Did Marge miss her chance at a divorce? Do you like them staying together despite the way Homer treats her? Is there anything we missed? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to ScreenRant on YouTube so you can stay up to date with our awesome videos. Thanks for watching.